So we've been having home prices declines year over year over the past couple of months. And so this is great news for home buyers looking for some sort of relief in home prices. However, we are still dealing with inventory levels and higher mortgage rates. We have some interesting data coming out of Zillow just talking about inventory levels, mortgage rates, home prices, everything dealing with the housing market that I'm going to break down in today's video. I do see the housing market going back to normalcy where we have regular price declines, regular price increases. However, it's not going to drop as much as it rose over these past couple of years. I don't know when home prices will actually go to normal levels, but I believe the rate at which it increases is going to go back to levels or are already back at those levels. And people looking to buy a house, I truly believe these fall and winter months, you're going to find great deals in the housing market because number one, home prices are usually lower during the fall and winter months compared to spring and summer months. And then on top of that, we are seeing some relief in home prices. We're seeing these home prices going down because people can't afford it, right? And these mortgage rates, what the Fed is doing is actually working, helping bring inflation down, helping bring home prices down. And so I'm going to drill into my computer, share my screen with you all, share the different data from Zillow to explain and get a better picture on what they see the housing market is going to be later this year and how they see it right now. All I ask is that you all subscribe to this channel. I make a ton of videos on the housing market, on personal finance, and the economy as a whole. All right, so here on Zillow website, just reading some different data about the housing market that they have. So one is Zillow has this parameter or this indicator just measuring home values, and they show that home values did climb 1.4% from April to May. And so that's just what they think a value of a home is, but that does not specifically relate to price, so to say. Usually, yes, if it's a higher value, the price will be higher, but home sales have been going down. But I think this is still interesting data that they have released on their end that I just want to show you all. So they did have huge value decreases happening towards the end of 2022, all the way down to negative 1.2% down, and now it's up 1.38%. Next thing is that they talked about soft spots for these values. And so you see that Columbus led the way at 2.2% gain, Cincinnati, Detroit, Richmond, and Milwaukee. So a lot of Midwestern cities that they see growing in value. Price did not drop on a monthly basis in any of the 50 largest metro areas, but the smallest gains were in Las Vegas, New Orleans, Phoenix, Austin, and San Antonio. So we still have those pandemic boom towns really not growing to the same rate as these southern and midwestern cities. Home values are now down from a year ago in just over half of the 50 largest metro areas, most significantly in Austin, San Francisco, San Jose, Phoenix, Las Vegas. Meanwhile, annual price gains are highest in Richmond, Miami, Oklahoma City, Kansas City, and Cincinnati. So you see the difference between home prices and the home values, and you see that they're showing these different cities that are actually appreciating and other cities are depreciating. And they have this nice handy chart for you all to see the top cities and then like the super low cities down here. Another thing is that there were 23% fewer new listings than last May, a milder year over year drop than observed in April, but very similar to the 22% annual decline in March. Compared to last year of May, we are seeing new listings going down, right? There are 23% fewer listings year over year in May compared to May of last year. But the drop is not as bad as it was in April, right? April saw a 28% drop in new listings. And so there were, I guess, slightly more new listings in May than in April, which makes sense because usually the housing market peaks around June. And so it starts dropping down in July, August, and towards the fall and winter seasons. Total active inventory in May was down 3.1% and stands at a whopping 45.7% below May 2019 levels. Total active inventory is down from last year stands. You can tell the difference between pre-pandemic levels and then post-pandemic levels. It is down compared to last year, but I thought it would be more down compared to last year, but they're showing that total active inventory was just down 3.1%. But of course, pre-pandemic in 2019, that's absolutely crazy. They have this nice handy chart for all of us to see, just talking about the inventory level or new listing levels and different things like that. You see there's over 376,000 new listings. Compare that to last year, 487,000. So there was way more new listings May of last year. People saw interest rates rising and they were like, okay, let me go sell my house before this goes away. And so people were in a mad rush sort of to sell their house, or maybe that's just normal levels, honestly. So they talked about rent. Rent continues to grow slower than normal. So rent is flattening out. And so that's good for a lot of renters to see this happening, because there was a huge, rise in rent. And so hopefully we can see some declines in that for people who, need a good place to live, or just some, just steadiness in the rental market. So that's what's happening there. Another article I was reading, they were just talking about inventory levels and different things like that. The median existing home price for all housing types in May was $396,000. So that's down 3.1%. So this is great news that home prices are down year over year. Existing home sales increased slightly from a month ago, the first monthly increase in a year and a half. So compare April home prices to May home prices, there was a slight increase. And I think that's just seasonality, honestly. It's good showing that there has been a decrease in everything. The spring home shopping season has been tough. Number one, because of low inventory and for volatile mortgage rates. The demand for homes is not letting up on strong demographics. So there's still a big group of people that are still in the market because they can still afford these monthly payments, even with a higher mortgage rate. And so existing homeowners are hesitant to enter a market as sellers, holding on to their low mortgages and monthly payments, keeping inventory low. This is what we've been seeing across all the board, across Realtor, across Redfin. All these different websites are saying this, that people are seeing these rates at a high number, right? And so why would I, if I have a decent house, 3-bed, 2-bath house, yes, I kind of want an updated kitchen. Yes, I kind of want to move to a slightly better school zone. But right now, I just can't afford it, right? Why would I give up my 2.5% interest rate on my mortgage for a 6.9% mortgage rate, right? That's ludicrous. Why would I do that? And so a lot of sellers are thinking that, and a lot of sellers are holding on to that. But on top of that, we are declines happening, which is in the real estate market. Now, there is this on this article right here, and it shows price and with the mortgage rate time. And so you see, May, when the pandemic first hit, the median, oh my goodness, this sounds so beautiful, $283,500, the median sale price of a home. Just let that sit in. Doesn't that sound so great at a 3.55% interest rate? Great interest rate also, mortgage rate. And then 2022, you see at 408, and then the mortgage rate rose to 4.95%. So it was slightly higher. And so comparing May's of this year and May's of last year, you see that the increase is not that much, even though this mortgage rate is almost, well, more than 1.5% higher. The monthly payment is probably just $170-ish, $180-ish more. And that's because the median sale price is dropping. So it's good seeing this number below 400,000 for the median sale price. All right, let me know what you all think of this new data coming out from Zillow, just showing active listings, showing just this tightening in the housing market, and that we are showing home prices are decreasing, which is great news for home buyers and people just looking for a property. All right, you all, make sure you all subscribe, like this video, and I'll talk to you all later.